Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Aflin Hadira binti Afrizal with matrix number 8203679, and in this video, I will be reflecting on a well-known creative accounting case involving Kraft Heinz, a global food company. This is a clear example of how financial manipulation can happen even in large and reputable corporations. I will briefly explain what happened, share my personal thoughts, and also reflect on the ethical implication of this case. In 2021, Kraft Heinz was charged by the US Security and Exchange Commission, or SEC, for manipulating its financial results. Between 2015 and 2018, the company misrepresented the true cost saving from its procurement deals. This was done through delaying the recognition of expenses and using false supplier agreements to inflate the company's earnings. The company engaged in almost 300 manipulated transactions, which made it appear as if they were saving more money than they actually were. This helped boost their reported profits and missed performance targets. As a result, Kraft Heinz had to restate its financial report in 2019 and reducing previously reported profits by $208 million. Eventually, they paid $62 million penalty to settle the charge, although they did not admit wrongdoing. Personally, I found this case quite eye-opening. Kraft Heinz is a globally recognized brand, and I never expect such a big name to be involved in this creative accounting. It reminded me that no company is too big to fail, and even trusted names can misuse accounting rules. What stood out to me the most was how they used accounting tricks that were technically within the rules but still misleading to investors. This made me realize that as a future accountant or business owner, it's not just about following the standards, it's also about doing the right things. From an ethical point of view, what Kraft Heinz did wasn't right, even it wasn't technically illegal. Their intention was to mislead stakeholders, especially investors. This violates the principle of integrity in accounting. Their manipulation affected many people, not just investors, but also employees and the general public who trust the company. It also damaged the company's reputation, which is very difficult to repair. In terms of ethics, I believe that transparency and honesty are more important than meeting short-term financial targets. Financial statements should reflect the true performance of a business, not a version that management wants people to see. This case taught me that creative accounting is not always illegal, but it can be very unethical. It's easy to hide things behind numbers, but eventually the truth comes out. As someone studying financial statement analysis, I now understand the importance of being skeptical and careful when analyzing financial reports. I've also learned that ethical behavior is just as important as technical skills in accounting. Now, I will continue with the second part of my video, which is a reflection on my learning experience throughout this course. One of the most valuable things I learned in this course was how to analyze financial statements using ratio and common size analysis. Before learning this course, I used to only look at net profit. But now, I understand how to break down a company's profitability, liquidity, and solvency using tools like return of equity, current ratio, and also debt to equity. I also found the topic of creative accounting very eye-opening. It made me realize that not all numbers in financial statements can be taken at face value. Some companies can legally manipulate how figures are presented, such as delaying expenses or inflating revenues, while still following accounting standards. This raises concern about the integrity of financial reporting and highlights the need for analysts to go beyond surface-level analysis. And also, we need to question how and why certain numbers are reported the way they are. The Kraft Heinz case that I explained before really helped me connect the theory we learned in class to the real-world corporate practice. It shows how a well-known global company used this method to meet performance targets and how the consequences affected various stakeholders. This case helped me understand that creative accounting is not just a technical topic, but it also involves ethical decision-making and critical thinking, especially for those who want to work in accounting or finance. One of the biggest challenges I faced during this course was understanding how to perform ratio analysis correctly. At first, the formulas were a bit confusing for me, especially when I had to apply them in the course project. I often mix up which figures to use from the financial statement, and sometimes I wasn't sure whether I was interpreting the ratio correctly. To overcome this, I discussed with my classmates, and that really helped me to see things from different perspectives. I also refer back to the lecture notes and rewatch the lecture recording, especially when I didn't fully understand something at the first point. Over time, I became more confident, especially after applying the concepts repeatedly during the Farm Fresh project. This experience taught me that it's okay to be confused at first, but what's important is to ask questions, seek help, and also keep practicing. Now, I feel much more comfortable with ratio analysis and can use it to access a company's financial stability more effectively. In the future, whether I work in accounting, auditing, or even as a business owner, I will apply this knowledge to make better financial decisions. I will also be more critical when analyzing financial reports, not just accepting what's reported on the surface. Personally, I also feel more responsible as a future accounting graduate. This course made me realize that understanding financial statement is not just a technical skill, but it's a real responsibility because the number we present can influence the decision of investor, affects employees' livelihood, and even impact the public's trust in a company. Throughout this journey, I truly enjoyed learning this course. My lecturers were not only informative but also engaging, and I really appreciate how approachable and friendly our lecturers are. The explanation was clear and easy to follow, which helped me build my confidence in tackling topics that once seemed difficult. I also felt lucky to be surrounded by helpful and supportive classmates who made discussion more meaningful and enjoyable. Overall, this course has been a valuable and memorable part of my academic experience. It has sharpened my technical knowledge, opened my eyes to the ethical aspects of financial reporting, and also prepared me to make more responsible and thoughtful decisions in the real world. That's all from me. Thank you.